So today I want to talk about bellwether trials. Bellwether, spelled Bellwethe, is named after the bellwether sheep that leads the flock. So why does it make its way into the lexicon of the legal system? Well, here's how. It's an unrealistic endeavor to think that thousands of plaintiffs can see their day in court in any reasonable amount of time. And that's because, unfortunately, the wheels of justice can sometimes turn slow. There has to be a mechanism to eventually resolve these very large, very complex cases. The bellwether cases, in an ideal world, are supposed to be representative of the cases that are part of this complex, consolidated action. Okay, so how is a bellwether case selected? That varies depending on the judge and depending on what the litigants suggest to the judge. One is that the plaintiffs pick, the plaintiff being plaintiff's leadership, the PSC, Plaintiff Steering Committee, picks what the PSC deems to be representative cases and cases that will help tell the litigants what the values of the cases are. The defendants also pick what they believe to be representative cases and what they believe will show the litigants what the values are. Not unsurprisingly, the plaintiffs will pick a case that has significant injuries, a case that has very few, comorbidities, in other words, very few confounding factors or issues that could potentially hurt the plaintiff's case. Defendants, not surprisingly, are going to pick a plaintiff who might, say, be more problematic than another plaintiff and has the highest amount of case-specific issues. When I say comorbidities, I mean factors that smoking is a perfect example. If somebody's a smoker, then there's an argument that they don't heal as quickly. There's an argument that they might have a higher risk of infection, etc. So, a defendant is going to want to pick cases, where there is more of a strength towards the defense story. The hope is that once multiple bellwethers get tried, that the litigants will have an idea of what these cases are worth. One of the criticisms of this first model is that you get the best of the plaintiffs and then you get the best of the defendants. And is that really representative? Well, hopefully, by the law of averages, eventually the litigants will see that the outcome of the trials is eventually leading to a pattern, and then everyone will come to the table and have, a fair idea of how these cases will turn out. And that is all in the context of this larger complex litigation. And so this one case, this bellwether case, has been given a lot of attention. And a lot of people, I can't tell you how many clients that I have that call up and say, what's happening with my case? What's going on with my case? And we'll tell them, well, here's what's happening with the bellwether case, and we're gearing up for trial on this. And sometimes there's a little bit of a confusion, frustration about why does that case matter? And the reason why it matters is for the reason and the purpose of what I just said a bellwether's for, is to hopefully give the parties an idea of what these cases are worth. That the workup done on the bellwether case is 100% going towards the ultimate resolution of the case, and that includes your case. Sometimes the cases never get tried. Sometimes the pressure of a bellwether case alone actually brings both sides to the table and can lead to a global resolution or a resolution of the entire litigation. I just ask everyone who has a case in a complex setting, such as an MDL or JCCP or whatever it might be, depending on the state, I ask for patience and for understanding that the work that's done on a bellwether case is ultimately going to benefit your individual case. And that's what we do at Fleming-Nolen-Jez. We not only work on your individual case, but we're also really involved in the Bellwether case workup and in the ultimate trials. And so we're involved at both stages, but we want you to know that your case matters, and the work we're doing every day on some of these Bellwether cases is ultimately going to help your case.